Welcome to Grind and Grace, where I believe that our grind is nothing without God's grace, and God's grace does not excuse our grind. And today I just want to talk about the purpose of this podcast and how it basically came to be. So, Grind and Grace, first off, what does it mean? Well, I got this name based off the two elements that God has really been speaking in my life. First and foremost, his grace and how we can do nothing apart from his grace. So everything that we do must be connected to him. And that's his grace. His grace gives us the ability to step out beyond our limitations. And that's why I believe it's so important that we have to mix the two. See, my grind, when we talk about grind, I've experienced that. I've experienced the grind separate from the grace of God. And I've experienced that it's empty. No matter how much you grind and no matter how successful you come to be, it's always going to leave a sense of emptiness inside of you. And that's why I believe that you need both. You need both. You need to grind. God's grace, God's favor, God's love upon our lives does not excuse us from the principles that he has established. And that is what this whole podcast is about. It's about helping individuals connect the principles of God with their real life situations to help them be that better version of themselves, to help them grow, and to help them not only grow in life, but more importantly, grow and connect deeper with God. Because when we rely on his grace and we lean more towards him, we are going to draw closer to him. He's going to teach us in his ways. And so the whole point of this podcast is to help empower you, to give you the tools, the principles necessary that come from the word of God, but bring it in a way that is able to be received, receptive, really applied into your life. This is not meant to be a theological session, but more a practical session. It's more intended for people that are really looking to just break those limitations in their life. If you have ever felt like you were meant for more, if you have ever felt like you desired more, but you always had that limitation in your thoughts, always thinking, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not able, and you always held on to old belief systems, if you've always held on to bad habits and you've struggled and you're looking for answers, I'm praying that this will be the place where you find them. Because this is where God's grace comes in and meets our grind. So no matter what your grind is, whether it's sports, whether it's pursuing personal goals, career goals, grace, the grind that we have is nothing without his grace. And his grace is going to empower you to do things way beyond what you can think and imagine. So I look forward to all the future videos that we have together. I pray that this is a blessing to you. And as we go through, if you have any particular questions, please leave them in the comments. If you want me to make certain content on particular topics, throw them in the comments. I want this to be interactive. I want this to bless as many people as possible and bring transformation to their lives, just as God's grace has brought transformation to mine. And remember to always grind with God's grace. God bless.